Hello, welcome back to this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to create vendor for your organization on Odoo 17. When I say vendor, I mean suppliers, those individuals or companies you buy your goods from. Not just goods, you can also buy services as well. So it's good to manage all of these people so you can track all the purchases you've done from them and all the bills you've paid, how much they are owing you, how much you are owing them. So today we just dive into how to create a vendor. To create a vendor, you go to purchase. To create customer, you go to sales. So you can create vendor from purchase because it has to do with purchase, and you can also create vendor from accounting, but right now let's use purchase. So open your purchase app, and then next thing is go to order and then click on vendors. Now when you click on vendors, you see we don't have vendors here, and you can remove the filter to see other companies you've created, maybe customers, employees, and other contacts. So if I remove this, you see other contacts we have created. But if you come back here to see vendor, we don't have any vendor right now. Now, just to point it out, so if the vendor you're trying to create in the previous lesson that we did for customer, you see we created a customer called NMPC, and then so if this customer is also a vendor, you don't need to create them any longer. This one is enough, and when you purchase from them, they will also show up in the customers list as well. So don't create multiple customers, don't create multiple vendors. In fact, make sure that your contact is consistent. Don't have double contacts in the system, so you can be able to track your report. So what in this lesson, so let's go ahead and create a vendor, order vendor, and new vendor. If it's an individual that supplies your item, you can select individual. If it's a company, you can select a company. So in this lesson, I'm going to be able to use a Greek supplier for this one. Like I said in the other video that has to do with creating customer, you can see this particular, there's a borderline under this name is tick, meaning that this is compulsory. That's by default. If you need any other one that is to be compulsory, you need to contact us to be able to enforce other ones for you. So you can add the vendor's address. It's very important to add the vendor's address. So I will use 8B Grace Crescent Lekki Phase 1, and then I can do Lekki, and of course the city is Lagos. Then you can also search your state. If you are new to the system, don't type something and leave it up. So the best I can advise you right now is when you click on that line, you see that the drop down here, you can do search more. So it's so easy to search on this pop-up box. So I can easily search Lagos right there, just 3 letters, and that will help me. So you can see I have Lagos, Nigeria. So I'll select. So once I select Lagos, it will bring in the country. You provide your phone numbers, the email address, and the other things that you want to. So I'll provide a short phone number here. This is the dummy number. I can also provide email.com, and then I can say that this is this type of vendor, or this category of vendor. I can provide them to be agro agro supply, agro, yeah, just give it agro and select it. And then also you can learn how to add other contents to this particular creating of vendors. I've shown you how to add multiple contacts. Then of course I've shown you other ones, and then what I want to show you now is that you can set a price list for this vendor. If this vendor is, we want it to have some discounts or so ever, this is also very important. You can decide to select which of the currency that this vendor is supplying you with, so that once you raise a purchase order, the particular currency of that vendor will show up. But if it's multi-currency, you can leave it open. There are payment terms, maybe there are 40 days, 30 days payment terms that you have with this vendor. You can supply all of those items. Now you can also add the vendor's account number if you want it to. You provide your internal note to inform your other team members what is transpiring within these vendors. So those are the basic things you can set. And then of course this is vendor's profile. With this vendor's profile, you can see how many meetings you've scheduled with this vendor. If it's an opportunity that has to do with CRM, as this vendor purchased from you as a customer, and then of course how many times you purchase from this vendor. You also get to see other things like invoice if it bought from you, and then the vendor's bill is of what you purchased from. You can check out his own account to see if he's owing you or you are owing him. This is the vendor's profile, and then you can begin to do anything you want about this. Remember, this is important, this is compulsory. If you want to enforce any of this line, then you need to contact us so that we can help you enforce those things. So that's how to create vendor. Then please, when you want to go back to your list of vendor, you don't need to go with this arrow. This is not good for a database. So you can click here, vendor. If you click here, it takes you all back to the beginning of the dashboard. So if I click on vendors, you can see the list of vendor. And then you can also check out if you want, this is Kanban view. If you want it list view, you can check out your list view, and then you can see details about your vendor. If you want to see everyone, remember to remove the filter right here. Then you can see the list of all of your contacts, vendors, customers, other contacts, even employee as well. You'll be able to see them here. Users too are all partners. So remember, it's here. Let's go all the way back. So that's how to create a vendor on Odoo database. If you have a question, please feel free to get in touch with us, and then you can drop your comments on the whatever platform you're watching this from, and then we'll be able to answer and assist you. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.